Welcome to 30 Days on Mount Desert Island. I'm Todd Dunn, and today I'm going to walk the shore path in Bar Harbor. Right now I'm at the town dock on the waterfront where the shore path starts. And it continues up the waterfront behind me, past the hotel, and in front of a number of large estates. So, let's get going. Okay, this is the beginning of the shore path, and we'll look around. Here's the waterfront. This is the town dock, and right up there is Main Street. So this is, and this grassy knoll here is Agamont Park. So this starts right in downtown Bar Harbor. It goes down here for about, half mile at the most. And you can walk both ways, or when you get to the end, you can walk up through town and back up to Main Street. It's about a 1.5 mile walk if you do it that way. So, the first thing we pass is the Bar Harbor Inn. Here's the sign about 100 yards in on the shore path, saying that it's been here since about 1881. And people who live here along the shore path have given up a little strip of their property for public access right along the beach. And when you first start the shore path, there is the town dock. There's a nice access down to a beach. It's a rocky beach, but it's a nice little beach. Not much of it at high tide, but right now, pretty close to low. It's a nice, pleasant beach to go down on. Although I wouldn't swim here, the water is only about 55 degrees at the height of the summer, and now it's probably more like 40. And we'll get down into the 30s in another month or so. Looking north from the shore path, you look out over the Porcupine Islands and into Frenchman's Bay. This island is Bar Island, which at low tide, which is happening now, is connected to the mainland by a bar that you can actually drive across or walk. However, at high tide, that bar is submerged, and you consequently, if you go out to Bar Island, which is largely in Acadia National Park, you want to make sure you leave before the bar submerges, particularly if you drive across. And that's the mainland over there on the north side of Frenchman Bay. As you can see here, the shore path is literally right along the shore edge. It goes past the Bar Harbor Inn for the first, probably 300 yards. The Bar Harbor Inn is a huge motel that really extends a long way. And then the path goes in front of private homes. Looking out this way, we're looking southeast now. In the distance out there you can see Egg Rock with its lighthouse. Closer in you see the Bar Harbor jetty, which is a man-made jetty that blocks off the southeast entrance to the harbor. It doesn't extend quite to shore, so if you're coming in by boat you can cut inside the shore end of that if you don't want to go around the island. As soon as we pass the Bar Harbor Inn, on the land, instead of commercial establishments, there are private homes. These are a mix of grand estates that date back over 100 years in some cases, and relatively new homes. The reason for that is fairly simple. Bar Harbor started out as a sort of vacation colony in the 1800s and really prospered for a long time. Then after World War II in 1947, there was a really bad forest fire on the island, and the wind blew the fire into Bar Harbor. See, here's one of the homes, and it burned down a good part of the town, including the bulk of the old estates that were in town. So that's why many of these homes were built after 1947. And as you can see, the path is right next to the beach, and where the snow ends is where the ocean would be at high tide. So we're anywhere, if you come down here at high tide, you're anywhere from a few feet to maybe 15 or 20 feet from the water. Here are a couple other homes that front on the shore path. One relatively modest, and then a larger home. Both are in what's called the shingled cottage style, which is very common here on the island. Homes with cedar shingle siding. And here on MDI, cottage generally refers to what most people would call a mansion. So although occasionally I refer to my house as a cottage, it certainly doesn't meet the criteria. Okay, another pan out over Frenchman Bay. In the summer, you'll see lots of boat activity out there. In particular, you'll see the schooners that operate out of Bar Harbor, taking people out for 2-hour cruises on Frenchman Bay. So this is the shore path. I'll pan around to show you the other direction. And right now I'm the only person on this segment of the shore path. But in the summer, this path is packed with people. You really almost can't believe how many people there are on this path. It's still one of the most beautiful views of Frenchman Bay from Bar Harbor. And even when it's crowded, it's worth the walk. Here's another cottage here on the shore path, just a little bit past the Bar Harbor Inn. And here's their view out over Frenchman Bay. There is one of the grand homes on the shore path. Can't really see much of it because they've got a big hedge that blocks off the view of the home from the shore path. And just for privacy for the people who own this home. The homes here are pretty much all privately owned. I think one or two of them might act as bed and breakfasts, but by and large they are private homes that are occupied primarily in the summer. And I'm just at near the end of the path, right up here. There's a fence I'd have to shoot through, so I'm going to do my end of the path video from here. There are more homes along the shore as you continue south along this eastern side of Mount Desert Island. If we look out over Frenchman Bay, there's Egg Rock again in the distance with its lighthouse. And across on the other side of the bay is the Schoodic Peninsula, which is part of Acadia National Park. From here, though, it's about a 45-minute drive to get over there because you have to go on to the mainland and drive all the way around Frenchman Bay to get there. So there's Frenchman Bay as we look back toward the main part of Bar Harbor. Okay, I hope you enjoyed my little walk on the shore path. And if you did, give me a thumbs up. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And remember, I'm going to be posting one of these videos every day for 30 days. And this video is number 20.